Hey, this is Austin, and this is Operation Austin City Limits, I think is the name you gave it. Pretty good name. This is going to be the US, UK, and then China's first turn. I'm gonna put them all together here, I figure, because the UK is going to be the only one really doing anything this turn. But it'll be an exciting turn for UK. Let's play it out. Starting with the US. Have my purchase right here. We have 4 IPCs I'm going to research. We have a tactical bomber, a destroyer, and 2 cruisers for my purchase for the US this turn. The US is not at war with anyone right now, so we're going to go straight to non-combat moves over here in the Pacific. First thing we're going to do is going to take our 2 ships here in C-Zone 38, and we're going to move them 1, 2, 3 to C-Zone P49. Didn't really get that in the camera, did I? We're going to move them to C-Zone P49. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our fighter in the Philippines, and we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Queensland. See how it fares there. Additionally, I'm going to take my entire fleet that is in Pearl Harbor C-Zone P25, and I'm going to move it all the way to C-Zone P7. So we're going to go ahead and take these, move them up here. Additionally, I'm going to take my fighters on the Hawaiian Islands, and I'm going to move them respectively 1, 2, 3, 4 to the western United States. That's going to be all of the United States' non-combat moves, so I'm going to go ahead and deploy my purchased units. Starting with the Pacific side, I'm going to put down 1 destroyer, 1 aircraft carrier, and my tactical bomber onto my cruiser. On the Atlantic side, I'm going to put the cruiser down in C-Zone A21, or the remaining aircraft carrier in A21. And that'll be the US turn. Just to reiterate, A21 should now have an aircraft carrier along with the transport and cruiser. C-Zone P49 should now have the American submarine and cruiser as well. The Hawaiian Islands should be empty except for 2 U.S. infantry. Same with the Philippines, should have 2 U.S. infantry. C-Zone P7 is where we have most of the Navy, so we're going to have, let's go ahead and sort these out. Cruisers here, battleships, destroyers, transports, submarines. Okay, so it looks like in C-Zone P7 we have 1 battleship, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers, 1 submarine, 2 transports, 2 aircraft carrier, 1 holding a tactical bomber and a fighter, and the other one holding 1 tactical bomber. And so, going straight to the collect income phase, the U.S. has not gained or lost any territory, so they will be collecting their normal 55 IPCs. Let's go to the UK turn. UK purchasing 4 IPCs for the technology, 1 tactical bomber, 1 transport, 1 fighter, 1 tank, 1 infantry for their entire 41 IPCs. Do have a handful of combat moves. Let's see if we can get this. Whoop. Yeah, I'm starting with my phone stand too. Here we go. Let's just do this for now. We'll run to decent view of the C-Zone A20 there. We're going to move the fleet from C-Zone A20. The battleship, the destroyer, the cruiser is going to attack C-Zone A20. Additionally, the destroyer from A19 is going to join the fight, as well as the cruiser from A29 is going to move up into A20. Also attacking A20 will be the strategic bomber, 2 fighters from the United Kingdom, as well as the fighter from Scotland will be attacking. You have elected to scramble, so these 3 fighters from Holland, Belgium will be joining the fight. More combat moves. Over here in the Mediterranean, I'm going to move 1 fighter from Malta to attack C-Zone A35. Additionally, I'm going to use this tactical bomber on the aircraft carrier on C-Zone A36 to attack, as well as the destroyer from A36 to attack the Italian cruiser and transport in A35. More combat. We're going to be attacking Ethiopia with the infantry from Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, a mechanized infantry from Egypt, a tactical bomber from Egypt. Then in C-Zone 50, I'm going to take an infantry and an artillery from Calcutta. I'm going to put it on the transport. I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3 to join the attack on Ethiopia. Cruiser is going to go from P50 to A52 to give a bombardment shot. And I believe that's all of UK's combat moves. I wrote them all down, making sure I got them all. Yep. So we're going to start rolling some dice here. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm not quite sure where my hit dice are. So in the meantime, I'm going to have to use regular D6s. I'm using different colors for different numbers, as you can see here. But I'm going to get those hit dice as quickly as possible, one way or the other. So this should be the only time I use these dice. But we're going to set up our little bad board here. We're going to start with the biggest and baddest. We're going to start with C-Zone A20, your German fleet and the Luftwaffe to defend. We have your 4 ships and 3 fighters. 3 fighters are going to defend at a 4. The submarine's going to defend at a 1. The battleship's going to defend at a 4. The destroyer's going to get in at 2, and the cruiser's going to get in at 3. Oh, my Air Force. My strategic bomber is going to get in at 4. My fighter's at 3. My big old Navy, Her Majesty's Navy. Battleship at a 4. Cruiser at a 3. Destroyers at 2. And my last cruiser at a 3. So let's go ahead and roll some dice. Submarine does not get a surprise strike because of the destroyers, so we're just going to go ahead and start us out. My 2 destroyers at 2. That'll be 1 hit. Let's see, I have 2 cruisers and 3 fighters, all rolling at 3s. Be 5 dice. Looks like 2 hits there. Finally, I have my battleship and my strategic bomber both rolling at 4s. And they're both going to connect. So that's going to be 5 total hits for my first round of rolling. Now your defense rolls. Submarine's going to roll defense at a 1. It's going to miss. Your destroyer is going to defend at a 2. Wrong die. It's going to miss. You're going to have your cruiser defending at a 3. Is that the ship? Yes, it is. Looked a little like the transport from this angle. It's going to roll at a 3. It's going to hit. Finally, you're going to have your 3 fighters and your battleship all defending at 4s. I'm going to borrow this real quick. And you're only going to get 1 hit there. So that'll be 2 total hits for you on the defense. Let's see, I'm going to check again how you had your